So lately, I've been thinking a lot about uh, ownership and digital rights and just how it's all going in gaming right now. Not looking too great. And it's kind of pushed me to be. I've never really been like a physical person, owning physical games. I got I got some right here now for the Switch. Um, they had picked up recently. I have a few more here, but just because I've always been on a computer, so buying stuff through Steam, and just not really thinking about it. Back in the day, I had a first console and SNES. I know, I'm not old. And then I remember having an N64. We had a PS1, PS2, 360, and then after the 360, that was like the last console. I do remember buying a PS4 specifically for Red Dead Redemption 2 at the time because it was only on console. And I was almost planning on doing it for GTA 5 or 6. Almost. But now I'm just like, I'll watch people play it. I could just watch people play it. And I'll probably buy it eventually when they eventually port it to PC. Just because I enjoy, who doesn't enjoy mayhem? I'm actually playing through a little bit of GTA 4 right now. And it's pretty, with some mods. It's pretty cool, actually. I forgot how much I enjoy that game. Driving, hot take, I enjoy it. If you know, you know. Anyways. So I've never been really a big collector of physical media, or even just thought about it. At some points I kind of saw it as a waste of space. Like, I don't want to have all these discs and cartridges. Where am I going to store them? And then I got to take out the thing and then put it in the console. Well, back in the day, that was what we had to do. Then I didn't have a console, so I didn't have to even think about doing that because I would buy them all on Steam. But the more you think about it, it's like it's a physical object. We all work hard for our money, and when you buy something, you want to own it, right? But what are you buying when you buy something digital? You're buying a license that can get revoked essentially any time, really, and you have no say in it. Recent things like Sony removing, and I think Amazon too, removing movies from people's libraries, not from the store, from people's. They bought the movie and then they removed the movie from their console, which is absolutely wild. So I don't know. I've never really cared about it, but just seeing like all these things happen, it's kind of like, what's happening? Why? Well, I know why. Money, right? And ownership. I think that is the core of the issue. They don't want you owning anything. They want to have the control. So how do you do that? You get rid of the medium of where you can own it, on discs, on cartridges. I was buying in my first video. I was saying I bought some VHS, and I've been buying CDs and vinyl. Not before, it wasn't because of this reason. It was just more of a. I really love music, and I've always wanted a vinyl collection. So like 5 or 6 years ago, I'd just been buying. I had like a few, maybe like a handful, and then over the years now I have probably about 20 to 30, I would say. And then CDs, I would just find ones that I really liked at the thrift stores, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to just have the disc. No one really has discs anymore, and it has a little bit better quality. You don't have to wait for, if you have a bad cell reception somewhere, you don't have to wait for it to load. Oh my god, that's so annoying. And so I have like maybe like 10 CDs. And then about a year ago, probably the beginning of this year, I've really started to buy more physical things, and definitely in the past few months, I haven't been buying them, but I've been like, all right, if I'm buying something and there's a physical release of it, I'm definitely buying that physical release. I'll still buy digital stuff because not everything can be physical release, especially in games, indie games in particular. But if it's a major release, I'm going to buy the physical one. I don't have any consoles other than the Switch 2, so I could buy most. I kind of want to build up a library for that, a physical cartridge release. So I don't know. I've been because if you think back, like all the games, if you've been playing games, since the 90s, which I have, you think back and you think about all the, like, going to Blockbuster, just looking at the games, going to the store, Walmart, seeing the wall of games, having that TV, and your neck is like 90 degrees, trying to play this demo of Tony Hawk. Damn, those are some good days. But just seeing all the box art, or if you go, like in Blockbuster, looking at the box, sorry, looking at the box, looking at the back of it. Oh my gosh, I can't buy it. I'm too broke. I'm 8 years old, but this game is so cool. I love the way it looks. That was me with EverQuest. I was mesmerized by EverQuest, probably because the girl was, very attractive. But I was so, like, I don't want to say inspired, but like intrigued. Like, what is this world? Looks like there's a dragon on there. Looks like they're going on an adventure, a quest. What is going on? And it kind of helps inspire kids and young minds of, like, things they don't know that they're interested in and they would never have exposure to unless they just stumbled upon it, like me. But that's exactly how I got why I'm into, like, fantasy, like Elder Scrolls, EverQuest, World of Warcraft, things like that. I don't think I've ever, I probably would have, but at a young, impressionable mind, you see that and you're just like, whoa, what is that? Like, what is going on here? And it kind of gets you, just exposes you to different interests and ideas that you never would have thought of by yourself sometimes. And that's like, that's probably like one of the biggest things that we're gonna miss, is just stumbling across. Yeah, you can go through storefronts, digital storefronts, but man, have you looked at digital storefronts? It is just plastered walls of stuff, all trying to get your attention. Newest release, what's hot now, you know. And it's hard to also, you attach like memories to these. I feel like you attach memories more to something physical than something digital. Like when I think back about like, again, back to my youth, playing games, if I see that game cartridge, I'll be like, there was like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I saw that game cartridge and I totally forgot about that game and that I played it and I had it, and it just flooded me back with memories. And I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about this. I don't know. It's like an art form that we're losing. Yeah, some thoughts of what I've been thinking about lately. Trying to get more active, supporting what I like, what I believe in, and I mean, there's no downside, right? And to showing what you, well, yes, the answer is, well, I guess it depends too what you support. What? Anyways, I'm out of here.